Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and today I have a haul video of what I got to craft with from Spellbinders. This is the October 2023 release, and it's really cool. I don't get everything, but I am in love with the things that I did get. There's some things that are still very fall themed if you're still in the Thanksgiving, Halloween mode of crafting, and there are a lot of Christmas releases if you're already thinking ahead to Christmas and winter crafting. So, first off, what I have here is this is the Merry Mugs and Circle Delights collection by Nicole Spore. And I think what I do have here is everything in the collection. So there's this die set, which is mugs, and you can see the holiday sort of icons. So your candy cane, Christmas tree, star, snowflake. Really adorable. You've got some marshmallows as well, some whipped cream on top. So that's really wonderful. And then in terms of Circle Delights, there's actually 3 different die sets. You can kind of see them on these sheets here. And what they enable you to do is create different ornaments that are really fun critters, like there's a penguin, you could do a snowman, there are different animals like a fox, rabbit, etc. So you can see here, for example, in this set, there's lots of different types of ears, some different accessories that you can layer up, like the hat. Those are parts of a scarf. Here's a kind of the earmuffs. And here are the sort of face pieces for the critter that you can build with this one, and it's really adorable. I can't wait to craft with this. Super cute. And there's also a stamp set that has a lot of sentiments that are really wonderful. Great holiday sentiments, a really nice size, and a really nice variety too. So I love that. That is Nicole Spore's Merry Mugs and Circle Delights. And I think this one you can get as a bundle too, if you want to save a little bit and get them all together. Then the other one that I'm really excited for is Simon's Snow Globes. This is by Simon Hurley, and this too, I think I have maybe all of the add-ons as well. What you're seeing here is the base set that lets you create a snow globe scene. So that's your globe portion. Here's the base of it. You've got different sentiment plates here, and then for the scene, we have Santa flying through the air with his reindeer, and then you've got a row of houses as well as some trees that you can build the sort of cityscape that Santa is flying over, and that's really phenomenal. But then you can also get the add-ons, and there are 3 of those, which will allow you to create different scenes. What's really neat about the add-ons is that you could definitely use them, on their own, because really it's just a lot of different scene building elements. So for example, we have the nativity scene here, we've got a snowman scene here, and this one is the woodland set here. So you've got I think those are birch trees, right? And then your evergreen trees. And what's great is that in each of these sets, the reason why I feel they're great as standalones too, even if you don't have the base snow globe, is that they all have additional sentiment plates. Not only do you get that outline for the banner, which means you can stamp a sentiment onto here too. You don't always have to use the die to get your sentiment. But then the die plate is really nice because it actually has it cuts into your card. And so it leaves the sentiment in the negative space. And also, there's a really nice sort of like a deboss outline all the way around. So you can see it's raised. The four corners of that plate are raised, but it's not raised so much that it actually cuts. It's just raised enough so that it has that extra little detailing. And each of these sets also extends your snow globe scene with some different curves or waves for creating your kind of your landscapes or horizon lines. What's great is that some of these, you could go a little bit tropical because these could be water. So you could do like a water scene inside your snow globe too. That's a nice palm tree, so that could be a beach scene. So you could definitely repurpose these for other times of the year as well. So I think that's really, really fun. That's going to be an exciting one for me to craft with. Along with that collection, there are some embossing folders. Oh, I didn't even mention, there's also there's this glimmer plate with a lot of sentiments, and I have one that's like this from a previous Simon Hurley release. I love it. I think it was last holiday too, because they are holiday sentiments. So I love the fact that you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentiments and then a die that will cut them all out too. So that's really awesome because it just makes it so much faster to get all of your sentiments in one go of glimmering and then die cut it all in one go as well. Then there are some different embossing folders. So here we have this one. I think all 3 of them are 3D embossing folders. So let's start with this one. This is a really lovely snowflake one. I've been using a different snowflake embossing folder quite a lot, and this one is cool because it's not just snowflakes. It's got, those little starburst kind of shine starburst, and then it's got some different size polka dots like snowfall, and so that's a really nice variety. Really, really lovely that. This one I think is going to look gorgeous on maybe some metallic card because look at how geometric that looks. You can already kind of tell how faceted it looks. So I think that one's going to be really interesting. So this is a really, really good use of a 3D technology, embossing folder technology, because it definitely looks very faceted. That I think is going to be really exciting. Then this last one is a poinsettia one, and what's interesting about this one is that it comes with a coordinating die. Now this doesn't look to be, I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure this is not cut and emboss in terms of have it all go through in one pass, both the cutting and the embossing, but rather after you've embossed, this die does line up if you'd like to cut out that poinsettia flower. So that's kind of cool. I thought that was kind of neat to have a coordinating die that cuts out an element from this. And so that's really neat to have. So those are the 3 embossing folders that come in this collection. Then let me show you by contrast this Better Press Christmas. This isn't the full release of the Better Press Christmas collection, but here's some cool stuff coming up. There's of course this gorgeous Better Press plate. I love this. Is going to be really great for those of you who make a lot of Christmas cards, maybe either to donate or to sell, because this is one of those that will go through in one pass. And as well, I kind of think this one's going to look good with my offset glimmering too. So that's definitely one that I'm going to do offset glimmering on. I feel like for the holidays, I don't mind being a little bit extra and going to that extra step of glimmering on top of the letterpressing. And as a little special promotion, there is this Better Press plate that is actually going to be included for free when you purchase the BetterPress system, I think throughout November. So this one won't be available for purchase, but rather it's going to be the free BetterPress plate that comes with the BetterPress system. So if you have not purchased your BetterPress yet, then and you do that in November. I don't know the exact dates, but I think that's about the right time frame. This is going to be the free BetterPress plate that you get with that. And what's really great, if you look at this shape here on the inside, that's the 4-petal. There's a nested die set that's called the 4-petal die set. This one's called the 4-petal sunflower frame. And so what's interesting is you do have like a die set that has that shape, that rounded corner shape, which I love. So that's really cool. And I wanted to share this as a comparison to that last coordinating die embossing folder. This one is actually a cut and emboss. And again, it is themed as poinsettias, but this one is different in that it has bells. Look how pretty that is. So it's got different bells. And so here you can kind of see that silver, that's actually a die, and that will actually cut out that border for you if you want to use this as a kind of a shaped border on your card, for example. And I love that the die actually comes out. So what's fabulous about that is you could use this if you wanted, or if you don't want to actually have that border cut out, you could just emboss without it. But from within here, there's actually a little recessed area that you can just plop that into. It can only fit one way. So how cool is that? And that will actually, once you run this through, it will actually emboss your panel and cut that off. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't know that I've seen cut and emboss, and this is 3D also, so I don't think I've seen cut and emboss 3D folders. That's fabulous. Next, I want to share this one. I'm really excited. So this is Beautiful Wreaths, and I believe it's from a new designer, Suzanne Hugh. She is a YouTube content creator as well, if you're not already familiar. And I don't know that I have everything in her collection, but it is gorgeous. And what I really love is how versatile it is, because you have this portion here is the base set, and it gives you the different branches, so you can have bare branches to create your wreath. And I love that they are curved. This one very curved, and some of these more slightly, so you can really just form that circle and fill it out some more with the smaller branches. And as well, you get that in this one's bare branches, and this one is more your pine needle branches. So that's really wonderful. And here we have some flowers, kind of like your sunflowers, which is very fall, which I love. And this is layered bow. So that's really, really wonderful. So just a very nice wreath building die set. But then where the fun comes is all of the different add-ons that you can get. And I do think there's I want it all kind of bundle offer. So if you wanted, you could get the whole collection, and that way you'll have everything and all of the different variations. So for example, down here is a birthday themed, and these are very standalone. You can use these on their own very easily. You have the word plus the shadow layer of happy birthday. There's a birthday hat with 2 different details that you can put on the inside and layer up. So here's stars and dots, and here's a stripy hat. And then, I mean, that's not it. If you thought that was it, of course not. There's more. In the birthday collection, there's also, you've got your cupcake, and I love, look how cute this is. You've got the wrapper, you've got the actual cake, then you've got the whipped cream topping, and as well, there's another bow. This one's smaller, but again, you can layer it up. And there is a balloon, a birthday balloon, and a present that you can, again, layer up the lid, the ribbon that's wrapping it, and the box itself. So really, really lovely. So that's the base of Beautiful Wreaths plus the birthday add-on. And then we get into really themed kind of different icons. So for example, this top portion here is Halloween themed. And look, you could definitely use all of these as standalones. You've got a ghost, the witch's hat, some different bats, another type of bow, which is wonderful, and you have the sentiment Happy Halloween, again, the word die and the shadow layer. Down, oh, I think this is little candies, candy corn, and like a little hard candy. And then starting here, it's all florals, so a garden theme. And these are curved too, so you could build your wreath out of these and maybe a combination of that the branches from the base set. And look at all of the flowers you get. How phenomenal is that? Plus yet another variation on bows. I really love that with each add-on you get, you know, a little bit of a different variety or variation on some of the basic elements. So that's really wonderful. And I think the bow is that one thing that each of the add-ons has that has a different variation. Just like with Simon's Snow Globe, each set has different sentiment plates and different landscape shapes. So I love that because it just gives you a lot of opportunity to mix and match. And for the last, I think this is the last theme. This one is your winter holiday theme. So here we have your Christmas tree, which you can decorate. There's an ornament here with even the ornament top. And then the sentiment reads Season's Greetings. We have a snowman here, and we've got the snowman has his scarf and hat, of course. Here's the bow option or design for this set, and there's even a couple different snowflakes and a really nice poinsettia flower set that you can layer up, and even some holly berries and leaves. So that's really wonderful. Beautiful, beautiful collection. I think it's Suzanne's first one with Spellbinders, so congrats, Suzanne, if that's true. Lovely, lovely job. I cannot wait to craft with that. And here I've got a couple of items from the Merry and Bright collection. So I don't have a lot from this particular collection. There's a lot more in this collection that I don't have. But these are two that I think are fun. This is so, I know it looks, you know, kind of plain Jane, but I love embossing folders like these. This one is I don't know the exact name of it, but it's sort of candy cane striped. So it's got the diagonal striping in your wide stripes and your thin stripes. So they're alternating. I love that variety. That's really awesome. This is a standard embossing folder, not a 3D one. And look at this. I love this. This is the Merry and Bright tree. And really, really simple, but I think very, very effective die set. You have the die that cuts out the letters in Merry, because those are individual. And then you've got the backing plate where you can assemble everything together. And you've got a sentiment plate, or two actually. So we have the word bright as well as the word wishes. So you can do Merry and Bright, or you could do, does Merry Wishes? I guess Merry Wishes sort of makes sense. Merry, well, but then what would you do with the and? So I guess the wishes is maybe just kind of a little bit of an extra, because I don't know that that fits with Merry and Bright or the Mary Ann phrase. But in any case, it is a wonderful collection, and be sure to check out the rest of that collection. I'll leave links to each of the collections. If I can't link to all of the products, if there is a bundle offer, I'll link to the bundle offer, and hopefully that kind of gets you to the right spot if you are interested in checking out any of these in a little bit more detail. Then the last collection I have, it's a little bit of a mix of maybe a couple of collections. So this is Serenade of Autumn, and as I mentioned, this is more in your fall theme of new releases this month. So I love these. Look how tall and wispy these branches are. So when I see that, it's a little bit reminiscent to me of some of the wax seal collection, the die sets within the wax seal collection, where you know how you kind of can do like a little dainty arrangement, and then you put your wax seal as if it's sort of holding that together. So I kind of feel like you can do that with this, but these are your more autumn. Like I think these are wheat stalks here. I'm not too sure what that one is. There's sunflower, I'm guessing. Lots of little different leaves and your different flowers. There is also, along with it, gorgeous sentiment set. So here we have happy birthday, thankful, grateful, thank, I'm guessing you is somewhere here, yeah, for you, and wishes, best wishes. So look at that, very scripty, and that's beautiful font. Plus you've got the backer plate or the shadow layer to go with it. And look at this. I love this. That is just gorgeous. And these, I think, this is called Sunflower Greetings. These are so phenomenal for building your backgrounds, and because you're not meant to be able to really read this, but it makes for great added sort of texture to a background. But then there are sentiments that are very legible. So you have sending seeds of happiness and love, thankful for your friendship, embrace the day, I'm truly grateful for everything you do. Really, really lovely that. Those are part of the Serenade of Autumn set. But along with this collection, and you know what I really like is that these days I see a lot of the different types of product lines within a single collection. So for example, Serenade of Autumn also has a wax seal that's part of that, and it's this really lovely sunflower design. That's really gorgeous. And I think this is one that I would be really great to do that scraping technique. So I wanna do that, do a little bit more practice on that one. This, I believe, is part of Serenade of Autumn. Look how big this is. This is this is hard to see. It's 8.5 by 11, but it's a stencil that has the different layers for stenciling up this gorgeous sunflower. And what's interesting is it's one sheet, and all of the different layers are on this one sheet. So then you would just kind of rotate or move this around to different spots. And let me see if I have some cardstock here. So here's that. So you can see this gets you different areas that you can stencil in. So you would just kind of rotate and move them around. But what's interesting is there's these little circles. So these are registration points. So as you're kind of moving this around, it's sort of, I'm guessing that's what you want to line up as you are stenciling your design and moving this around. What's great, I think, is that this is just 8.5 by 11, so you could put this into a binder. Like, you could put it into one of those plastic, you know, those protective sheets that you can fit a full letter size sheet of paper in, and it's got the holes on the side. So you could totally use that and store that way. I mean, I don't know if Spellbinders has a lot of these. This is the first one that I've seen. I was surprised when I saw this. It was so big. So I hope they do more, and then that would be a really great way to store all of them. So then, that's not all that I've got from the Serenade of Autumn. There are quite a few different products within this release, and what's great is it's one of those sort of a la carte releases, but it's got some unique things in here. So, for example, oh, let me show this and then I'll show these consumable items. So here is a 3D embossing folder, and this one's really, really lovely. It's got a very, where's my black card stuff? Here we go. It's got a really lovely floral design, lots of foliage, but what I like is that there's this very carved out kind of circular area for your focal image. So I really love that, because then you could just stamp a sentiment, you know, in the middle here, and it's nice and flat. Or if you were gonna glue, you know, a focal image into this circle or in this area, then you have a very flat surface to glue onto. So I like that quite a bit. And it is one where I feel like it's non-directional, so you could really use this, I feel, in any direction, which, if you've seen me talk about embossing folders, it's one of the things I love about them. And so within Serenade of Autumn, so here are some consumable objects that, products that are really, really fun. So we have, and some things are really unique too. So here is the 6x6 papers. There are 20 sheets in here and 10 unique designs. So you'll get 2 of each, and they are gorgeous. 5 of the designs are foiled, and they are single-sided. These are beautiful. Then, now here's what is just new to me. Maybe Spellbinders has done this, but I haven't really noticed. So this is really cool. I'm going to open this one because this is vellum. And I'm very curious. This is Serenade of Autumn vellum with foil. And I've foiled onto vellum before, and it's fun. And I think I bought some Spellbinders Vellum it's like a glimmer vellum, specifically designed to glimmer onto, but look how gorgeous that is. So there's one design. Oh, this one's pretty. This is a larger print. Look at that. So it looks like we get 2 of each design. Oh, that one's pretty too. Oh, that's gorgeous. 2 of each design, and there's 3. So there are 6 sheets total. I think this is new. I haven't seen this before, so that I thought was pretty cool. This I have never seen before too, so this one's going to be really fun to play with. And I can't wait to maybe try this out with maybe some shimmer powders is what I'm thinking off the top of my head. Okay, so this is going to be really hard to see or appreciate what's going on here, but these are watercolor resist papers. So it's a very smooth watercolor paper. As watercolor papers go, it's very smooth. So I don't know if you can see that shine. So it's already embossed. A design has already been embossed onto this, and it's hard to see on camera, I think. but this is just foliage that's in a circular, concentric, more of a spiral pattern. You get two of that pattern. This one is a butterfly with some splatters. So what's going to happen is when you start to ink over this or add some watercolor to this, the areas that are glossy, that are shiny like that, so the pattern is going to stay this color of the cardstock, and it will resist the water-based medium that you apply to it. And you do want to use a water-based medium so that you're not staining that. That would give you that proper kind of resist effect. And this one's gorgeous too. This one I think you can see the design more because it's more solid. The flowers and foliage and whatnot. Really awesome. Very different. Very very cool. So that's the watercolor resist papers. And again, 3 designs, 6 total, so 3 of each. And these I feel like we've definitely seen before in terms of as a product line. So we have these really fun dimensional butterflies that are gold foiled. You get 7 in that pack. And we have a die cut, pre-printed, pre-cut ephemera pack. Look at that. Super gorgeous. And a set of chipboard stickers. And this is two sheets or panels of it. And these are really pretty. There's lots of gold foiling on these as well. And I like that we've got some sentiments, like a lot of sentiments actually, but as well some different images too. And these are stickers, so they already have adhesive on the back. They're kind of ready to go. So I think that's really cool. Oh, I forgot these. Look at these. There are a set of gems that come in this collection too, and the colors are perfect match with, you can see how well they match with the butterflies, how well they go with the everything. It's all been curated to work well together. So before I turned on the record button, I didn't see that there was a I Want It All kind of bundle on the Serenade of Autumn, so I'm not sure if that's just going to be available later or if it's going to not be an option, but I definitely think that some of these are going to be a lot of fun to mix and match and craft with together. So that was Serenade of Autumn. There's also a Birds and Bees collection, and the only thing I have from that collection is this embossing folder. It's a slimline, which is fabulous. I don't think I have any 3D embossing folder slimlines, but what I like about this one is that, first off, I do think it's going to go really well with a lot of the Serenade of Autumn release because it's got that gorgeous sunflower. So I think I'll mix and match it with some of the other elements that I have from that release. But I like this sort of basket weave design. I think that's really cool. Definitely something different, not something I have. And I love that. This one, it would be great. I wish they had a coordinating die like the Simon Hurley one for the poinsettia. It would be wonderful if they had a coordinating die to cut out that sunflower with the extra 2 leaves. That would have been really cool. But now that I've seen that coordinating dies for embossing folders are a thing, I'm gonna I think start wanting coordinating dies for all of my embossing folders. Alright, so that is what I got from the Spellbinders October release. I'll leave links to everything in the description below, probably not individually, but at the very least bundles or 1 or 2 things from each collection if you want to go check that out, see if there's anything you'd like. Leave me a comment on this video if there is anything that you'd like to see me craft with earlier rather than later. It usually takes me, a good month to kind of work through all of the products that I get. I will tell you up front, I'm very inclined to start with Simon's Snow Globes, then Nicole Spore's Merry Mugs, and Circle Delights. And those two I think are going to be at the front of my list to craft with. I really like the Better Press plate from the Spellbinders exclusive collection, so that might be up next. I'm loving these wreaths, so I would think that's kind of next. It's really hard to order these things, but if I had to pick, I might kind of go in that direction. But you let me know in the comments if there's something that you'd like me to craft with sooner rather than later, and I'll rejigger my plan to suit, because I definitely want to get inspiration out there for the things that you're most interested in seeing. But I'm gonna hit all of these products, so stay tuned. That's what my month ahead looks like. And I appreciate you if you do ever shop my affiliate links. It really helps a lot, and it's at no extra cost to you. And so it's just something that I am so grateful for, because I know there are a lot of other content creators on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and so I know that you have a lot of options for who you want to support. And definitely spread your love, support all of your favorite content creators, and whenever you are able to shop my links, I am so appreciative of that. Thank you so much, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye.